Welcome everyone back to our channel, and now I will talk about this issue. Please listen. Do you ever feel like everything you do for your health goes wrong at the last minute? You start your morning with a glass of warm water with turmeric because everyone says turmeric is great. It's anti-inflammatory, helps with joint pain, is good for the liver, the brain, the heart. You believe it. You persevere. But then, months later, the weight doesn't come off, your stomach is still bloated. Your heart beats faster when you climb a few stairs. And worse, your doctor says you have a metabolic disorder. You find it strange. You did it right. You eat turmeric. You cut out rice. You walk every afternoon. So why is your weight increasing? Why is your health declining? You're not alone. Mrs. Prolong, 63, from Bentray, used to believe that every spoonful of turmeric she drank every morning was an elixir of life. She mixed it with milk, then added a little honey, a recipe she learned online. But after 6 months, she had more stomach pain, her blood sugar increased, and her cholesterol spiked to dangerous levels. The doctor asked her if she took turmeric. She was surprised. "Doctor, is turmeric harmful?" And the doctor just gently said, "If you eat turmeric the wrong way, or combine it with the 3 food groups that I will mention below, turmeric will not only lose its effect, but also be harmful, especially for people we are too familiar with the idea that turmeric is good for everyone all the time. But the medical truth is not that simple. A study from the Harvard School of Public Health has emphasized that the anti-inflammatory effect of curcumin, the main active ingredient in turmeric, only really works when it is not inhibited by antagonistic ingredients in the diet. That means turmeric is very good, but only under certain conditions. If you eat it with the wrong things, turmeric will backfire. So why are the elderly particularly susceptible? The answer lies in the changes in your body after age 60. At this time, liver and kidney function begin to decline slightly, and the ability to absorb and metabolize nutrients is no longer the same as before. In particular, the intestinal microflora, which plays an extremely important role in breaking down anti-inflammatory compounds, also weakens with age. If you eat turmeric correctly, it can still help. But if you eat it incorrectly, the digestive and cardiovascular systems will be the first to be negatively affected. One of the signs that is often overlooked, but common, is a feeling of fullness, indigestion and slight weight gain even though you eat less. This is not because turmeric causes fat, but because turmeric, when eaten with the wrong food groups, disrupts the insulin metabolism response, causing your body to store more fat, especially belly fat and visceral fat. You see, the story is not as simple as eating turmeric is good. The real question you should be asking is, how am I eating turmeric? And am I accidentally turning it into a dangerous substance? It's time to clarify. Dr. Jason Fung, a famous expert on fasting and sustainable weight loss, once said, "All foods, even the best ones, can be harmful if used in the wrong context." And turmeric is no exception. The problem is not turmeric. It's 3 food groups that many seniors accidentally combine with turmeric every day, destroying all of its precious benefits, and worse, becoming a burden on the liver, heart and fat tissue. But before we talk about those 3 dangerous foods, I want you to understand this. Obesity, especially in people over 60, is not a problem of appearance. It is the biggest warning sign of a loss of metabolic control. When your weight increases, it means your body starts to react incorrectly to insulin, the hormone that controls blood sugar. And when insulin is out of whack, everything else follows. Blood pressure rises, bad cholesterol builds up, blood vessels harden, and the risk of stroke or heart failure doubles. If you find yourself gaining weight despite eating little, if you take turmeric regularly and still feel tired, if you have bloating, or liver pain, or mild nausea after eating, you may be making a big mistake. And unfortunately, you don't know it. Let me tell you something interesting. A study at Tufts University followed more than 1,200 older adults for 5 years. Those who took turmeric every day, but without milk or refined sugar, had significantly lower levels of fatty tissue inflammation, significantly improved insulin sensitivity, and lost 2 to 4 kilograms in the first year. Meanwhile, the other group, who also took turmeric, but mixed it with milk, or honey, or ate it with sweets, not only did not lose weight, but also increased their risk of fatty liver. So what are the 3 food groups that are destroying the effects of turmeric? They're so common, you're probably eating them every day. And I'll show you each one. how they work, and how you can reverse the damage not only to keep turmeric's benefits, but to turn it into a tool for weight management, inflammation reduction, and heart health. But first, stop and ask yourself, are you taking turmeric because you believe in its benefits or because of an unproven habit? Are you willing to make a few small changes to your routine so that turmeric can be the miracle cure, not the traitor? And here's where the truth comes in. First up, fatty dairy and dairy products. Have you ever seen the recipe turmeric with hoswa is spreading all over the internet? People call it golden milk, golden turmeric milk, as if it were a miracle drug. But did you know that, for people over 60, this can be a nightmare for the liver and waistline? Curcumin, the most powerful active ingredient in turmeric, is a substance that is difficult to absorb. It does not dissolve well in water, but dissolves in fat. It sounds reasonable when mixed with milk, but the problem is, the saturated fat in cow's milk slows down the metabolism of older people, forcing the liver to work harder to break it down. With a weakened digestive system, this reaction not only causes bloating, but also prevents curcumin from being properly absorbed, passing through the intestines and being almost completely eliminated. And what's worse is that milk increases insulin, even if you don't drink much. Increased insulin means increased fat storage, especially visceral fat, the toxic fat that silently sticks around the heart, liver, pancreas. Dr. Josh Axe, an expert in functional medicine, once pointed out, modern industrial milk contains growth hormones and inflammatory factors, which reduce the natural anti-inflammatory effects of turmeric when combined. In short, if you are still mixing turmeric with cow's milk every morning, you are not only wasting turmeric, but also putting your liver and pancreas under stress. So the solution? Very simple. Use turmeric with healthier fats, for example a spoonful of virgin coconut oil or even almond butter. And don't forget, taking turmeric on an almost empty stomach after 10 to 12 hours of not eating like after sleeping will help it absorb much better. Now to the second food group, refined sugar and industrial honey. Are you surprised? Many people believe that turmeric is spicy and bitter, so adding a little honey to make it easier to drink is harmless. But the truth is, honey, if it is cheap, heat-treated, is no different from chemical sugar syrup. Sugar, in any form, rapidly increases blood sugar and activates insulin. And as mentioned before, when insulin increases, the body immediately switches to fat storage mode, especially fat stomach. But turmeric, to be effective, needs a stable metabolic environment without high blood sugar. So if you mix turmeric with sugar or honey, you are neutralizing the benefits that turmeric brings. Not to mention, sugar also increases the cell inflammatory response, exactly what turmeric is trying to fight. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that people who consume more than 50 grams of sugar per day have CRP levels, an inflammation index, nearly twice as high as those who limit sugar. And for people over 60, the immune system reacts more slowly, so this inflammation can last and silently damage the heart, liver, and blood vessels. So what to replace sugar with? If you need a little sweetness, use natural stevia leaves or add a little pure cinnamon powder. Both do not increase insulin and also help reduce inflammation and control blood sugar. So here you have seen the two enemies of turmeric, full-fat milk and refined sugar. And now for food, the third danger, and one that many people don't expect, is white bread and refined grains. Many seniors love to eat soft bread, noodles, or white rice in the morning. Then they take turmeric as a supplement after eating. But did you know that this group of refined starches converts into glucose very quickly, causing a strong spike in blood sugar and insulin? This is bad news for seniors because the insulin spike reduces the ability to burn fat and also hinders the digestive enzymes from breaking down curcumin. The turmeric then gets pushed down into the intestines without much effect. According to the Mayo Clinic, combining white starches with functional foods like turmeric or vitamins often causes reduced absorption due to competition for digestive enzymes. That is, turmeric is no longer effective if you just ate a loaf of white bread. So if you want a light breakfast, what's better? Have a boiled egg, or unsweetened whole grain oatmeal, or a bowl of stewed vegetables. Then, you can take turmeric with coconut oil, with a few nuts, black pepper to increase absorption, because piperine in black pepper helps curcumin increase bioavailability by 20 times. See, Just a small change: stop using turmeric with 3 destructive foods: full-fat milk, sugar, and refined starch. You have completely reversed the negative effects without even knowing it. But don't be too quick to think that just avoiding the above 3 foods is enough. Actually, turmeric can be part of a weight loss plan, but not the only solution. It is like a powerful assistant, but if you assign it the wrong job, it will mess everything up. And most importantly, turmeric cannot replace a scientific lifestyle. That means you still need to control your diet, get enough sleep, keep a stable mentality, and especially do light exercise for at least 20 to 30 minutes every day. A walk in the early morning or cool afternoon can be better than dozens of expensive turmeric pills. Now be honest, are you taking turmeric the right way? If not, now is the time for change. Imagine starting your day without the dull aches and pains of a joint, without the heavy feeling of fatigue or the shortness of breath when climbing the stairs. Instead, your body feels lighter, your stomach feels more comfortable, and your legs can take you around the park without getting tired. It all starts with a small habit every morning, a change you can apply from today: taking turmeric properly and at the right time. So how should turmeric be used? After studying dozens of scientific reports and listening to experts such as Dr. Jason Fung, Dr. Andrew Weil, leaders in the field of integrative medicine, here is the optimal formula for people over 60. 1 teaspoon of pure turmeric powder. No additives, no coloring. 1/2 teaspoon of pure coconut oil. Healthy fats help curcumin dissolve in fat and be absorbed better. 1 pinch of ground black pepper, because the piperine in black pepper will increase the absorption of curcumin by up to 2000%. Yes, you heard that right, 2000 times. 150 to 200 milliliters of warm water, not too hot, not too cold, to preserve the biological activity. Drink this mixture early in the morning, on an empty stomach, or after 10 to 12 hours of not eating, for example, after a night's sleep. The reason is very simple. When the stomach is empty, the ability to absorb curcumin increases, blood sugar is stable, insulin is low. The body will listen to the anti-inflammatory signal from turmeric much more effectively. But wait, don't rely on turmeric alone. This is not a miracle that just needs to be drunk to make belly fat disappear. Turmeric is an assistant. It needs you to create an environment in the body to fully exert its power. So what is that environment? It is a light diet that does not cause sudden increases in blood sugar. It is a deep sleep at night, so that the liver can detoxify and metabolize fat. It is a gentle movement, helping blood circulation, making insulin more sensitive and cells absorb energy better. Regarding diet, people over 60 should aim for an anti-inflammatory eating pattern, something that traditional medicines such as Indian Ayurveda and the Mediterranean diet both emphasize. No need to be strict, you just need to remember the following 3 things. 1. Start the day gently, not with white bread or condensed milk, but with boiled eggs, vegetable soup, or unsweetened whole grain oatmeal. Then 30 minutes later, drink turmeric according to the recipe above. 2. Reduce white rice, increase vegetables and healthy fats. Instead of eating 3 bowls of rice, eat 1 small bowl of brown rice, with a plate of vegetables sauté in olive oil, 1 piece of mackerel or chicken breast, and some cashews, dry roasted flax seeds. 3. Stop eating after 7 p.m. Don't force your liver to work at midnight. Your body is repairing, not digesting. What about sleep? Older people often have trouble sleeping. This causes the hormone leptin, which suppresses appetite, to decrease, while ghrelin, which stimulates appetite, increases. This means that the more sleep deprived you are, the more you crave sweets, and the more likely you are to gain weight. Solution: turn off your phone and bright screens at least 1 hour before bed. Drink a small glass of warm water before bed to prevent dehydration. If necessary, you can drink chamomile tea, lotus heart tea, or a slice of fresh turmeric steamed with a few peppercorns. This is also a very healthy way to relax. And finally, exercise. No, you don't need to run or hit the gym. Just walk gently for 20 to 30 minutes a day, preferably outdoors. When you walk, more blood is pumped to your cells, insulin is regulated, and fat is unlocked for use as energy. A geriatrician in Japan, Mr. Kenzo Chimura, once said, "An old man who can walk regularly every morning will live longer than a healthy young man who sits all day." When you combine turmeric properly, at the right time, with healthy eating, restful sleep, and regular walking, You not only lose weight, but also reverse chronic inflammation, joint pain, brain fog, and even the risk of diabetes and stroke. This is not a promise. This is what millions of seniors around the world are doing, from the green zones of Okinawa, Sardinia, to the countryside of Vietnam, where a healthy 80-year-old man gardens every morning. Did you know there are many elderly people who drink turmeric regularly every day? But not only do they not see any improvement, but they also suffer from stomach pain, bloating, nausea, and even weight gain. Why? Because there are very common misconceptions about using turmeric, things that seem true, but make the anti-inflammatory, weight loss support effects of turmeric disappear or even have counterproductive effects. Misconception number 1. The more turmeric you drink, the better. Many people believe that if 1 teaspoon is good, then 2 teaspoons will be better, 3 teaspoons will burn fat even more. But the truth is that the elderly body no longer has the same metabolism as young people, and high doses of turmeric can cause liver irritation, digestive disorders, and even mild immunosuppression. The safe and effective dose recommended by the Mayo Clinic and the American Institute of Integrative Medicine is about 500 to 1,000 milligrams of curcumin per day, equivalent to 1 teaspoon of pure turmeric powder. More is not always better. It can upset your body's homeostasis. Myth number 2. Turmeric can be taken at any time with anything. Some people mix turmeric into milk, coffee, ice water, even boiling hot soup. The problem is, curcumin is very sensitive to high temperatures and acidic environments and will lose its effect if used at the wrong time or in the wrong way. Solution: mix turmeric with warm water, not boiling. Drink on an empty stomach. Combine oil and black pepper to maximize absorption. Avoid mixing turmeric with sugar, condensed milk, or taking it after a fatty meal. Misconception number 3. Just drink turmeric, no need to change anything else. This is the most regrettable mistake, because turmeric is not a miracle drug. It cannot burn fat if you still eat 3 bowls of rice per meal, drink soft drinks every day, and sleep at 1 to 2 a.m. Curcumin is a powerful supporter, but it only works when you change your body's living environment. That means eating well, getting enough sleep, reducing stress, and moving gently every day. And here's the simple but powerful truth: health doesn't come from a pill. It comes from what you do or don't do every day. You see, obesity in older adults isn't a sentence. It's a condition that can be reversed if you understand it and act on it. Your body, whether you're 60, 70, or 80, is still working to heal, regenerate, and restore. You just need to stop harming it and start supporting it. Stop eating turmeric the wrong way. Stop using it in inflammatory foods like sugar, ultra-processed foods, or refried oils. Start over with a proper cup of turmeric every morning. Start over with a 20-minute walk every afternoon, where you feel the wind, the sun, and your own breath. Start over by going to bed 30 minutes earlier today and saying to yourself, "I deserve to live healthy, light, and peaceful." No one else can do this for you, but you are not alone. All over the world, millions of seniors are on the same journey as you, a journey to shed excess fat, eliminate chronic pain, and find a body they can love again. If you feel like you've missed out on too much time today, don't worry, because your body has never abandoned you. It's waiting for you to start right now. And if you're watching this video, you've already started. Keep going for the future you deserve.